What up, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you how I made these baked jerk butter chicken thighs. Okay, it was super easy. This was actually the past Sunday's dinner or whatever, so I just wanted to show you what I made. But let's get into the recipe for the chicken thighs. So first off, these are all the seasonings I used. Okay, if you gotta pause that, do it. Screenshot, do whatever you gotta do. But I'm gonna put them at the bottom anyway in the description box, like I always do. So I started off with seasoning with the Sazón. I added some black pepper. I added some of my Shawhan Farms jerk seasoning. Yes, because I love that. I love any one of them because I'm gonna be out in a minute. I'm gonna be out of all the seasonings in a minute. Then I added some of the garlic, sea salt, okay, and some Zatarain's blackened season. Now, if you have been here for a while, you know that I like a little spice. Everything is optional. You don't gotta use everything I use, but I just like to show you what I did, okay, to get the outcome that you saw in the thumbnail, okay? Because it was super easy. I love a super easy recipe. And Sundays, especially if it's chilly, well, Sundays are just, I feel like it's for baked food. Like, I feel like it should be for baking something, slow cooking something. I don't know what, but just something. So I was like, you know what? I got some chicken thighs. I'm gonna just throw them in there. Boneless chicken thighs. If you got bone in, that's cool too. Just make sure you get underneath the skin, and just like I said, just make sure you have that lathered. Make sure the seasoning is all over, like this. Whole chicken should be a whole nother color. You know what I'm saying? That's what we looking for. That's what we want. That's what we looking for. So I'm gonna be putting this. I'm putting it to the side. So I'm gonna put the top on this and let it sit for a little minute, just to let the seasonings kind of soak. I wasn't able to let it sit long because, like I said, this was spur of the moment. So I put the top on that and I let that sit while I got everything else ready. So I'm using a yellow onion because it's for the flavor. If you have a pepper too, I would recommend doing that, because if I had a pepper, I would have used it, but I didn't have one on hand. So I use some onion because onion is great flavor. If you know, you know. Okay? If you know, you know. So that's all we doing. I'm gonna cut the onion up, and you're gonna see how I cut it. I was trying not to cut it too thin, since it's just gonna be the chicken and the onion in there. I didn't want to cut it too thin and it just be just so many onions. So I tried to cut it, like, kind of slice it as thick as possible. You gonna see. Had to get all the ugliness off because my layers of my onion, it was a little weird, real weird and mushy. So like this. Like some of them, it still was a little thin, but I was trying to like kind of do it a little thicker, but it still didn't really come out as how I wanted it for show. But it's up to you. I just knew I didn't want to dice the onion up. Not for this. Not for this. I only say dice it if it was gonna be like some creamy baked chicken, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and assemble the baking dish. Now I sprayed this with non-stick baking spray or cooking spray. Then I added those chicken thighs. Okay, they was marinating for maybe not even 30. I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes. But if you could let your chicken marinate overnight or hours, some hours, whichever one, I recommend that. Okay, because the longer you could let something sit, the more the seasoning is gonna sink in the food. You know. So then I'm adding that onion that I just cut. Okay, just adding that right on the top. Right on the top. Okay. Because we're going to go in the oven. We're going in the oven. So, I'm going to be cooking this in the oven on 385. I don't know what it is about 385 lately. It's just, that's been the number I've been using for baking lately. I like that number. So, 385. And I cooked it for about an hour 20 minutes type thing. Now I say hour 20 minutes. Now I topped it with some more jerk seasoning, just so you know. Before I put it in the oven, I did top it with some more jerk seasoning. So like I said, like an hour 20. Put a couple things of butter at the bottom, because jerk butter, you need some butter. And I'm not covering it, so I flipped it over. I kept making sure that the juices was on the chicken, make sure it didn't dry out, make sure it was juicy. And you see, this is the finished product. Like I said, like an hour 20 minutes, checking on it, make sure it's tender to your liking. I paired it with some cheese tortellini, some garlic butter Brussels sprouts, because I love me some Brussels. And this was Sunday din, okay? Super simple. Of course, we had the saucy sauce on the side. You know, I got plethora of sauces. You just had to pick which one was gonna go good. And this was it. This was the best Sunday dinner. Like, it was so good. Like, it was one of them soul touching ones, you know? So if you decide to make it, just let me know. Make sure you drop a like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow my Instagram, okay? Follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram, everything in the description. You can find my platforms anywhere on my page. But I'm going to still show you the Instagram at the end, okay? Because we building. We at 1,300. 10K. We on the way, okay? Thanks.